All right, before you scroll past because you think I'm about to say it's coming home again, don't. Close the tab if that's what you're expecting. Because this isn't a meme this time. This isn't pub talk. This isn't your uncle after 4 pints in the 89th minute. Right now, today, England are 2 matches away from winning the World Cup. Not in some fantasy. Not in FIFA on the PS5. In real life. Tomorrow night in Atlanta, they play Lionel Messi's Argentina in the semifinal. And if they win that, they're it to happen. Let's break it down like it's already happening. Because it might be. Let's get the scoreboard out the way first. 60 years. That's not a number, that's a lifetime. My granddad, a Ronaldo wink, a Panenka from Sergio Ramos when we were actually, finally good. We've turned losing into a personality. There's an entire genre of England content that's just documenting heartbreak. 1990, 1996, 1998, 2004, 2006, 2012, penalty shootout after penalty shootout. Like the football gods specifically designed a torture device just for us. We got so used to the pain that we started making it funny. Self-deprecating. Football's coming home became a joke before it became a threat. But here's the thing, nobody's talking about enough. This England side isn't the one that chokes anymore. They've already done things this tournament that the old England would never have survived. They came from behind to beat DR Congo. They went to Mexico, in Mexico, a hostile crowd, brutal heat, and got the best win on foreign soil in the country's history. Then they walked into the quarterfinal against Norway, went behind, and Jude Bellingham, 22 years old, ice in his veins, scored twice to drag them through. 2-1. That's not luck. Luck doesn't happen 4 times in a row. That's a team that stopped being scared of the story. So here's where it gets properly dangerous. Tomorrow, Atlanta, kickoff. England don't just have to beat a good team. They have to beat the greatest player exactly how to win ugly when it needs to. And this is the bit that should actually give you hope. England have never had a defense like this. This isn't the back four that used to concede soft headers from set pieces every single tournament. Declan Rice sits in front of it like a bouncer at the world's most exclusive club, and if the fitness news is right, he's playing tomorrow. That matters more than almost anything else in this whole story. Picture it. Minute 1. Atlanta Heat already suffocating. 70,000 people, half in sky blue and white, half in white and red, and the noise doesn't stop for 90 minutes. Somewhere in that first half, Messi gets the ball on the half five that moment. If Bellingham finds a pocket of space between the lines the way he has all tournament. If Kane, yes, Harry Kane, finally, after everything, buries the kind of chance he's buried 100 times for his country and been let down by the team around him every single time before now, then England are in a World Cup final. Not a what if, a fact. Let's fast forward. France and Spain are tearing lumps out of each other for the right to be here. Kylian Mbappe against a Spain side that's conceded exactly 1 goal in 6 matches. Yamal running at defenders like he's got nothing to lose, because at 19, he genuinely doesn't. Whoever comes through that, England will be facing either the best attack left in the tournament or the best defense. There is no easy version of this final. There never was going to be. 90th minute. This is where every single England fan in history has learned to brace for pain. This is the minute where the ball bounces up off a shin, loops over Pickford, and 40 years of hurt becomes 60, becomes 70. This is muscle memory at this point. We don't even need it to happen to feel it happening. But what if it doesn't? What if the whistle just goes? What if the final whistle blows and it's England ahead? And instead of that gut punch silence we felt so many times before, it's just noise, actual, uncomplicated penalties. Let's talk about penalties. Because for England, this is the final boss. The absolute final boss. For decades, this wasn't a football skill. It was a national trauma response. 1990 against West Germany. 1996 against Germany again. At our own way. And this is real, not sentiment. England don't lose these anymore. 2018, Colombia. The shootout curse finally broke. This is a different generation. They've been drilled on this exact scenario 100 times over. The psychologists, the specific taker order, the practice, Southgate's generation built the blueprint, and this team inherited it. So picture the very last kick. Some 23-year-old who wasn't even born the last time England won this thing, steps up. The goalkeeper's already dived the wrong way in your head 1,000 times by now, because that's what 60 years does to you. But this time, it goes in. Here's the bit that's actually hard to picture. because we've genuinely never had to imagine it as adults. What does the country actually look like the next morning? Every front page, obviously, but not the ones we're used to, not the ones dissecting what went wrong. For the first time in most living memory, back pages and front pages become the same page, and they're both smiling. Pubs that opened at 9 a.m. for the semifinal will need a new opening time for the parade. There'll be an open-top bus. There always is. Except this time it's not for a Euros final loss dressed up as a moral victory. It's for the actual literal trophy. Every single player involved becomes untouchable in a way footballers rarely get to be. Knighthoods. Almost certainly, eventually, that's how this country tends to do it. A decade-late honor for a night that changes everything. Bellingham, 22, becomes the face of English football for the next 15 years. Not as potential, but as somebody who's already done it. Kane, if he's part of it, gets the one thing his entire career has been quietly, achingly missing. The story stops being the best striker of his generation who never won anything and starts being just winner. And it's bigger than the players. Grassroots football gets a wave of kids signing up that clubs haven't seen since 1966 itself. Somewhere, a 9-year-old watching this on their mom's phone decides that's what they want to be when they grow up, and in 20 years' time, they're the ones lifting it again. That's genuinely how this sport perpetuates itself. It needs a moment like this every few generations, or the whole story goes quiet. So here's where we actually land. This isn't a hypothetical dressed up as content. Tomorrow night is real. Messi is real. Atlanta is real. And somewhere between now and the 19th of July, this either happens or it doesn't. And either way, we're about to find out. Not in 10 quintillion years, not in some distant future. In 5 days. 60 years is a long. That's exactly why, if it does happen this time, it won't just be a football result. Long time, it actually might.